And good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special AM Mix segment today. And on today's segment, we are talking about the official launch of the Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association Incorporated. Yes, of course, right here in Brisbane, and the Taiwan Indigenous Association was officially launched on Saturday, 11th of the 11th at 2 p.m. at the Queensland Taiwan Centre, which is situated at 342 McCulloch Street in Sunnybank. So under the blessings of the ancestors, they had this momentous occasion which marked the beginning of their meaningful journey to celebrate, promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage of Taiwan's indigenous communities right here in Australia. And it is wonderful to see, and many people might not be aware, as we have just come out of the voice referendum, that there are indigenous communities in many other countries as well, including Taiwan, which has, during the course of this opening, we got to find out about the many different tribes that exist. So they have embarked on this journey of cultural appreciation, friendship and collaboration. So it is wonderful to see that, they're upkeeping the culture and preserving all the things that they have. And it is so wonderful to see that so many people coming out to support that as well. And as I mentioned before, that the event was actually held at the Taiwan Centre, which is at McCulloch Street in Sunnybank. And there was a lot of dignitaries who turned out to make the event a momentous one and memorable one for everyone to remember that they were there when this association was actually launched. So as I mentioned before, I was delighted to be and honored to be invited to take part in this beautiful ceremony, as you can see at the Queensland Taiwan Centre, which is in McCulloch Street in Sunnybank. So the official launch, which took place, so we will now go and join the celebrations right there in the Queensland Taiwan Centre. Let's go to the venue.
Award, the Young Achiever Award. There is no one better than Miss Jackie to present this award. Not only is she an inspector, but she's also a sportswoman, renowned for and record breaking player forward to hopefully see. Thank you, Miss Jackie.
With utmost reverence for the elders representing diverse cultures today, on behalf of the Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association Incorporated members, I stand a heartfelt welcome to the official launch of ATIA.
And that is the President Ping Cheng welcoming everyone.
The very best in health and happiness.
First of all, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land which we are here today. I pay my respect to the elders, past and present and emergent, and the elders from the other community who may be here today. Mr. Chen Ping, President of Australia Taiwan Indigenous Association, Council members Lily Slow, Melody Chan, and Federal Senator Postcard, Federal Member of Parliament Grant Parade, and Brisbane's City Council Kim Marks, Stephen Huang, Angela Wen, and many guests and senior advisors, Auntie Patty Ditamia, and Mr. Wen Ko, Secretary General, Heads of Association, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to, on behalf of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Brisbane, to congratulate the President Chen Ping on the successful establishment of Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association. Congratulations. Taiwan and Australia are both countries that integrate diverse culture and respect their indigenous roots. So the establishment of this association in Brisbane is particularly meaningful. Indigenous people are the pioneer in the development of Taiwan. They work hand in hand with other ethnic groups on the beautiful island of Taiwan. Taiwan's government has long emphasized great importance to the rights and interests of indigenous people, and has actively promoted and strengthened various exchanges and cooperation among indigenous people internationally. In March 2023, my country joined Indigenous Peoples Economic and Trade Cooperation Arrangement called IPECA, and Taiwan, New Zealand, Canada, Australia jointly become founding members of IPECA, symbolizing the four countries' commitment to improving Indigenous peoples' economic and trade cooperation. It's a shared commitment to Indigenous peoples' economic rights. Taiwan Minister of Council of Indigenous Peoples, Ijang Barot, attended the Second World Indigenous Tourist Summit in Perth this March and announced the third one will be held in Taiwan in March 2024. Taiwan Ministry of Culture sponsored a Taiwan-Australia Indigenous Arts Exchanges Program at the QUT. In June this year, Australia Indigenous artists and scholars were invited to Taiwan to visit indigenous villages in Miaoli and Taitung. In July, their Taiwanese counterparts visited First Nations community in Queensland. In addition to cultural exchanges, both parties also study further cooperation opportunities and establish possible arts marketing networks in the future. The Australia Taiwanese Indigenous Association, organized by President Chen Ping, can not only strengthen the preservation of indigenous art and culture, and also promote the precious spirit of Taiwanese indigenous people in Australian society in the future. I believe it will also enhance exchanges on indigenous affairs between two countries in the future, allowing Australian friends to know and understand more about Taiwan's indigenous culture and the beauty of Taiwan. I would like to wish Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association prosperity and success, and wish all our guests present health, peace, and happiness. Thank you very much. Please be patient.
And in particular acknowledge Auntie Peggy, who had such a wonderfully close relationship with the Taiwanese community in Queensland, so I greatly acknowledge that. I'd like to acknowledge all of
Senator
my
Paul Scott
elected,
now addressing
all the elected representatives who are here, including Graham Perrott, MP, my local member. I should note, Graham, the Senate sat last week, but the House of Representatives wasn't sitting. So, you know, we were down there doing the hard work, but I know you're coming back next week. But good to see you. Good to see our wonderful councillors. Angela Owen, you might have a broken, is it ankle or foot? Ankle, but you're still getting around everywhere. Councillor Kim Marks, good to see you as well. And I know the first event Councillor Marks and I attended at the beginning of the year was the flag raising ceremony outside. So wonderful to be with you all again. Director General Fan, good to see you. All my friends in the Taiwanese community, absolutely wonderful to be here. I have such admiration for everyone who's behind this initiative. So Ping Chen, congratulations on your position as the founding, the inaugural president of this wonderful association. You will have my support, as I'm sure you have Graham's support and the support of everyone here. So big round of applause for Ping Chen and all you've done. And lastly, I would really like to express my great appreciation to Edward. And Edward got up and acknowledged just about everyone else in the room. So Edward, I want to acknowledge you, because I know how hard you work as a teacher and the passion you put into that, and I think there is no more important job in our community than teaching. And I'm such an admirer of the amount of time and energy you put back into the community, and you do it with such grace and honour. So let's give a big round of applause to Edward. Thank you very much. Enjoy the afternoon.
Thanks very much, Edward. Could I also acknowledge the traditional owners and thank them for their strong and continuing stewardship, and thank Auntie Peggy for that acknowledgement of country, and also acknowledge the past and present elders, all past and present elders, because I know after the referendum the elders are particularly doing it tough at the moment, but we are looking for guidance for the next step forward, and I think today is a part of that next step forward. Could I acknowledge William Fang and thank you for your wonderful words, especially the English ones, because I didn't follow the Mandarin. To Edward, as Senator Scarr said, you have made today possible, and I thank you for your dedication to this, to making it occur. To Kim Marks and all of the Labor councillors who are here. I know Stephen was here a second ago, and all of the councillors are right behind it. Right behind it. Sorry?
No Labor councillors here.
No, there aren't any Labor councillors here. That's true. That's true. Not a lot of Labor councillors. I'll have to wait till the election ends. A great candidate running in now. Oh, yeah, great to see some Labor candidates running. Good to see. Good to see. Come forward. You can sit in Stephen Wong's seat. To the Queensland Police Service, Jackie, to you and all of your wonderful representatives that work so hard for our community. To Melody, Phyllis, Henry,
And that is grandparent, and of course he's also very, very popular within
I have a few gifts that I bring back from Minister Yi Chung. So when I was in Taiwan recently, and picked up this wonderful, Paul, you'll love this. This is a representation of the Taiwanese Parliament, and it has some of the dots there represent the seats guaranteed in the Taiwanese Parliament for First Nations people. And we heard from Minister Yi Chung that journey. He talked about being in jail for a year, going to jail because of the fact that he wanted the name changed from mountain people to First Nations to Indigenous people of Taiwan. And I thought that's a dedicated politician when you're prepared to go to jail for something that you believe in. I know Paul and I campaigned for different sides of the yes vote, but I'm not sure if I was prepared to go to jail for a year for my beliefs, Paul. Or I won't speak for Paul. I wouldn't say to sell with you. But I mean, it's that's the process, isn't it? That we believe in something, and Minister Yi Chung was quite an inspirational speaker. But he gave me some books, Edwin, and if I could ask Chen Ping to come forward. These are books from the ministry that I've already shown. There's plenty of copies, good background reading that people will be able to use in the library here to kick off this organisation. All right, so thank you very much. I'm just the courier from Taiwan. All right, thank you very much. I look forward to working with you, and particularly look forward to working with you and the First Nations community on the south side of Brisbane, particularly in terms of the journeys together. I've always thought that, as someone with Irish, French, and whatever my background is, Italian, I've always thought that First Nations people don't make us feel excluded. First Nations people make us belong here stronger. And Auntie Peggy has always done that. Thank you very much. Good luck.
journey that you take us on. Thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Ping Chen. Congratulations, President of the Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association, Mr. William Fan, Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Queensland, Charles Young, Melody Chen, Phyllis Lowe. There's such a long list here. Auntie Heather, Auntie Peggy, Auntie Leanne, Uncle Toka, and your beautiful daughter. Thank you for that wonderful ceremony that was just gorgeous. Elected officials from all levels of government represented here today. It really is a true honour to be here as we gather to celebrate the official launch of the Australian Taiwan Indigenous Association. The event signifies a significant milestone in the pursuit of unity, diversity and real cultural understanding. The establishment of the Australian Taiwanese Indigenous Association is a remarkable testament to the power of culture, identity, heritage, but also resilience. It's a place where two worlds meet, two cultures connect, and where we find both differences and similarities that enrich our shared human experience. As we heard earlier, there are 16 recognised Indigenous groups in Taiwan. Similarly, Australia is home to over 200 distinct Indigenous groups and nations, each with its own language and culture. The Indigenous people of Taiwan and the First Nations people of Australia equally share deeply rich and a beautiful history reaching back thousands of years. Taiwan Indigenous culture is known for its music, its dance, vibrant festivals that celebrate their cultural heritage. Equally, Australian Indigenous culture include distinctive art, dance and a long history of storytelling. It's also important to acknowledge that each also share a more recent and complex history influenced and impacted by colonisation. The profound knowledge and wisdom of each of these communities, both from Australia and from Taiwan, provide invaluable lessons on the importance of preserving culture, learning from each other and nurturing a harmonious relationship with the land. This association is a bridge between both worlds, fostering a spirit of friendship, of cooperation, of shared learning. It serves as a reminder that cultural diversity is our collective strength, and by embracing it, we enrich our lives and our communities. Thank you so much for letting us be part of today, of the launch, and a big congratulations. Congratulations to the founding executive. I really look forward to a future of friendship and working together in partnership with you and the association.
By the current members of the Uniform Association.
Oh
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are, the very special coverage of the Australian Taiwan's Indigenous Association, the official launch, and I hope you've enjoyed this special presentation. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, we will resume the functions and events back from tomorrow, and until then, it is goodbye from us. It's been wonderful having your company on the show as usual.